After many of the first 2 games completed these playoffs, some things just age like fine wine. Oftentimes players get taken for granted until they show up come April, May, and possibly June, reminding us why we should never forget certain future Hall of Famers. In a league loaded with talent, great players, the deepest it's ever been, the man putting everybody on notice for his greatness, Kawhi Leonard, an absolute incredible masterclass of a Game 2, felt like one of those mid-90s Last Dance Michael Jordan performances. After failing to finish off each of his last 4 seasons, let's hope the 33-year-old remains healthy for the entire playoffs. Many have written him off as washed, demanding Kawhi to retire, reminding us shades of his 2019 Raptors title run in the conversation as one of the 5 best players still when healthy. Credit to the Clippers for low managing him perfectly all season. Everybody on the squad playing with an identity, something lacking when Paul George on the team, having Harden to take control most of the regular season, while Leonard's body ensures the perfect rest to be healthy come these coming weeks. A brilliant strategy, having him play 40% of the total minutes that he normally play in past regular seasons, unlike having the unreliable Podcast P. If the Clippers were to somehow win the title or even get to the finals, Kawhi Leonard's body will need to be studied to shake off 6 years of rust. Man simply built in the lab, reminding us all the good teams he's on always has a chance to win it all. An incredible 72, 55, 100 shooting splits. The only question we all ask, why isn't he shooting the ball more? On verge having one of the greatest first round playoff series between 2 teams, Leonard continues to remain a terror on both ends of the floor. From punishing Jamal Murray, he's played against some of the best all time and gotten the best of them in certain games. Guys like LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Giannis, and Jokic in a bunch of those matchups in different postseasons. There has never been a perimeter player in league history who's improved so much from age 22, from a role player mid-first rounder to potentially top 15 all time if he wins another championship. For worse, Jalen Brunson. His antics flopping has gotten to the point many will be analyzing his every move. Called a cheater, unethical, non-stop complaints to the league, Brunson continues to get away with calls that benefits his team, but as a whole, a bad look for the entire NBA. From beloved, given his rise being a second-round pick, to now one of the most despised players for non-Knicks fans. The king of breath baiting, continuously looking for contact, drawing his body around for free throws. New York's offense unbearable to watch all of Game 2. If the Knicks do beat the Pistons in the 7-game series, coming down to a Brunson controversial call, major changes will be implemented. Does playing in a big market help him with all the whistles? If JB played for a team like Atlanta or New Orleans, would he still be getting these same calls? When he's just aggressive at getting to his spots, using his footwork, shifting gears, that's when he's at his best. But overselling every time he gets breathed on, Tom Thibodeau enabling what's taking place offensively, coach might be fired soon. For better, Cade Cunningham, Derek Lively ranked above him on ESPN's list to start this season, an absolute all-time travesty of a tone-deaf catastrophe. Now a clear top 15 player on verge of top 10, the former number 1 pick of the 21 class might have shut everybody's opinions, proving why he's more than deserving of the number 1 pick. From 67 best, he's jumped at least 50 spots. The way he's been leading the Pistons, great leadership qualities. If you replace Cade on this year's team with current Kevin Durant, Detroit would not have gotten anywhere close to the level of success. Looking like a 6'6" Chris Paul out there. Whatever happens with the Pistons rest of the season, whether they end up falling to the better Knicks or even upset them then lose round 2 to Boston, the future brighter than ever. A season many long-time suffering Pistons fans thought they would never see. Cade's b-ball IQ and physical abilities combined with having better teammates, Detroit basketball simply back. For worse, Karl-Anthony Towns. If Minnesota was to beat the Lakers round 1 and New York gets upsetted to the Pistons, the Wolves will be the clear winner of the shocking blockbuster trade. Failing to score the entire second half, took his last shot, 5:20 left in the third quarter, playing every minute of the fourth. Does he not want to win the game? Way too passive. We know he's content being a second option. It's okay at times to take a step back and embrace your role, but for the truly great players, you gotta demand the ball by initiating contact and backing down your defender. Towns simply looks like he's scared of the moment, ices himself out the game, has weak hands for a 7-footer, sleepwalking, praying Brunson or someone else makes their shots. Time to wake the hell up! Guys like Tobias Harris and Jalen Durham has no fear of Cat when they take away his threes and don't bite on the pump fakes. Towns struggles shooting contested shots, playing like a 3 in the body of a 5, having problems against quick perimeter players. His past postseason struggles very evident the type of player he truly is in the biggest of stage. For better, Tobias Harris having a bounce back season, showing signs of being a good player, now actually living up to his current contract, looking much better than PG, rebounding the ball at a high level, did an excellent job containing Towns, has never shown the type of intense emotion once with the Sixers, him and Paul Reed doing their best work at the right time. If Harris helps Detroit upset New York, he'll already have a much better legacy in the Motor City than all 6 years with the failed process. For worse, Mikal Bridges, an absolute travesty of a trade. 5 first-round picks, crunch time jumper, couldn't hit a lick, getting rid of Dante, making Garden Royal sick, missing shots brick by brick from 3-and-D to who is he, no assists, he can't see, playing scared, complaining about tips, says it ain't fair, ducking smoke, always in despair, Mr. 82-game Ironman, postseason Mr. Unprepared. Knicks would have been better off with the hardworking Dante DiVincenzo. When will teams understand to not sabotage their entire draft picks trading for a 0-time All-Star role players? There's a reason why you don't throw away your future for a non-All-Star. Absolutely not living up to his reputation. Is he playing to continue to keep his 0-game miss streak alive? Team might as well give him 1 DNP so he can wake the hell up and stop being so passive. For better, Kris Dunn. Only thing preventing him from being a star level player, the lack of jump shot. Due to not having enough minutes, it's an absolute travesty. Dunn ineligible to make all defensive team, a stupid rule by the league, a godsend for the Clippers. From injuries to out the NBA for a short while, had tons to prove, reminding everybody why he was the 5th overall pick out of Providence. The best low stats player in the NBA on match activity level, looks like he's guarding 2 players at once, the definition of a true dog, makes every game hell for the opposing perimeter players. One of the best bargains in the league, from being humble, putting in work in the G League, to earning his way back, truly one of the biggest success stories. After his career appeared to be a disaster, now better than ever. For worse, Jalen Green, leading scorer for Houston all season, Game 1, 7 points, nowhere to be seen. The #1 trade target for a star caliber talent. If his team gets bounced by 7th seed Golden State, it's almost certain Green will get traded. An atrocious 3 of 15, his first playoff game. For one of the weakest #2 seeds we've seen all decade, there's a reason why many teams want to play Houston. Outside of Şengün's 26, no one else cracked a dozen points, super ugly offense. Many of the confident Rockets fans believe they still rather have Jalen long term over the established multiple-time All-Star Devin Booker. Still early in this series, but against a dangerous Steph Curry-led team, if you got no closer, there's simply no way you're winning. Is Green even playable in crunch time? Having too much AAU in his style, Rockets having offensive liabilities, Dylan Brooks, and a past his prime, undersized Fred VanVleet, Green absolutely ain't cutting it. Making $100 million over the next 3 years for a team already having a chance at a conference finals. The Rockets only one top 25 player away from being real contenders. You can't have your best scorer, also your lowest IQ player, doesn't know how to sell fouls to get his offense to the next level. Flying into bigger guys full speed only leads to embarrassing Shaq in the fool possessions. For worse, the entire Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant, absolutely overrated, not a leader, not serious about winning, had the chance to be the face of the league, but his attitude and injuries ruined it. Too interested in acting different because of social media could end up costing him a fortune down the road. From viewed top 10 player a few years ago, now not even franchise caliber. Memphis should forfeit the rest of the playoffs. Blowing out horribly both games is an absolute travesty. The Clippers Nuggets Game 3 on NBA TV and this series on TNT, shame on the league for their incompetency. Morant taking his talents for granted. Focus on the nonsense celebrations, his aura already lost, team fired their head coach before the playoffs, just head to Cancun already. For better, entire OKC Thunder, too deep, too good, too versatile, first round too easy. SGA hasn't even gotten started yet. Playing team ball at the highest level, tough to beat for anybody, on their way to becoming undefeated perhaps the rest of April. Honorable mentions for better, Tyrese Halliburton, after being crowned overrated by players, dominated game 2, a commanding 2-0 lead. For worse, the Milwaukee Bucks outside of Giannis, Kyle Kuku, and Torian Wallace-Prince, both useless first 2 games. Could this be Giannis' final home stint in Milwaukee?